Are you drowning in a sea of AI tabs, one for writing, another for summarizing, maybe one more for brainstorming? If that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. In this explainer, we are going to cut right through that chaos. We're going to look at a much smarter way to work using what are called multi-model platforms. We'll demystify these powerful command centers and help you find the one that's a perfect fit for you.
So let's just be honest for a second. How many of us are stuck in this loop? Right? You're jumping over to ChatGPT for a first draft, then you're flipping to Claude to summarize some long article, and then maybe you pop over to Gemini for some creative ideas. This whole digital juggling act is becoming the new normal, but man, it's not efficient. And frankly, there's a much, much better way to do it.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by laying out the problem and, of course, the solution. Then we'll take a little tour of some of the best platforms out there, and we'll group them by what they're best for. By the end of this, you're going to have a super clear guide to turn all that AI chaos into some beautiful clarity. Okay, first things first, let's really nail down the problem that, let's face it, we're all dealing with. Just too many tabs, too many different tools, and not nearly enough time. The solution, though, it's really elegant and incredibly powerful. And here it is. This is the solution, a multimodal AI platform. The best way to think about it is like your own personal mission control for artificial intelligence. So instead of having all these different websites open, you've got one single interface that plugs into all the major AI models. This saves a ridiculous amount of time because you can send one prompt to all of them at once and just instantly compare the results. Let's start our tour with the tools for those moments when you just need a quick, solid answer. If you're a casual user or you're just dipping your toes in the water, these platforms are designed for one thing: speed and simplicity. They get you what you need without a whole lot of fuss. First up, we've got Poe. This one comes from the team over at Quora. And if you've ever wanted an AI experience that just works, super smooth, right out of the box, whether you're on your phone or your desktop, this is a fantastic place to start. Okay, but here's the classic trade-off. Poe is incredibly easy to use, and it even lets you create your own custom bots with specific personalities, which is actually a lot of fun to play with. But what's the catch? Well, the free version is pretty limited, and it doesn't really give you that true side-by-side response comparison that is a hallmark of some of the other platforms. All right, next up in this category is a tool called AI Chat One. Its entire reason for being, its whole design philosophy, is built around doing one thing really well: getting you answers from multiple AIs as fast and as simply as humanly possible. Its whole purpose is powerful in its simplicity. Send one prompt, get a bunch of answers back, fast. It's absolutely perfect for those times when you just need to get a quick feel for how different models would tackle the same question. The downside? Well, if you're a power user who's looking for deep customization or a ton of advanced features, you're probably going to find it a little too basic for your needs. But what if quick and easy isn't what you need? What if you're using AI for some serious research, or for coding, or for creating really complex content? Well, this next set of tools offers the kind of power and control that you're probably looking for. And our first power user tool is called Multiple Chat. This platform is built from the ground up for people who need to go way beyond simple questions and really dig into some complex tasks with AI as their co-pilot. Now, with great power usually comes a little more complexity, right? Multiple Chat gives you those true side-by-side comparisons and even lets you upload documents for analysis, which are fantastic features for deep work. The thing is, its interface can take a little getting used to, and like a lot of these advanced tools, the really good stuff is locked behind a paid plan. Then you've got Magai. Now, this isn't just a chat interface. It's a full-blown workspace. It's built for professional and collaborative use, and it supports a massive range of different AI models. Magai is a perfect example of a professional-grade tool. I mean, it's got features like saved prompts, team folders, custom AI personas. It's an absolute powerhouse for businesses and content teams. But for a solo user, it can feel a little bit like bringing a bazooka to a knife fight. It's incredibly powerful for sure, but it might be total overkill, and it definitely comes with a higher price tag. Okay, our final stop on this tour is for a totally different kind of user. We're not just talking about the chatter or the researcher here, but the organizer, the person who wants to build their entire productivity hub around AI. And this is where Lumio AI enters the chat. This platform really shifts the focus away from just comparing responses to actually creating a structured, organized workspace where you can build and use custom AI agents for all your different tasks. So you got to understand, Lumio AI's whole philosophy is about workflow and organization above everything else. It's built for people who want to really systemize how they use AI. The trade-off is that there's less of a focus on that direct, real-time, side-by-side comparison that the other tools really specialize in. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground and we've seen some really great options. So now let's pull it all together to help you find your perfect match. I want you to think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. If you're just starting out, Poe is a fantastic entry point. Need a super fast answer? Give AI Chat one a try. For that deep, heavy research, Multiple Chat is going to be your best friend. If you're working with a professional team, you should definitely look at Magai. And for all you organizers out there, Lumio AI is the productivity hub you've been dreaming of. And here are 3 simple, actionable steps to get you going. First, know what you're going to be using it for most of the time. Second, be realistic about your budget. And third, and this is important, don't get paralyzed by all the choices. Just pick one tool from that table that sounds like a good fit and give it a spin. And that really leaves us with one final thought. We're moving beyond just having a simple chat with a single AI. We're actually learning how to conduct an entire orchestra of them. And as these platforms become our central hubs for all things AI, it is fascinating to think about how they're going to fundamentally change our partnership with artificial intelligence and how we create, period. Thanks for watching.